Hello and welcome to Eye on Jamz Extra. My name is Tim. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am joined by Vincent from the group Yard of Limes. Vincent, welcome to the program. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Oh, sorry. I had the music on. I didn't realize it was me.
No worries. So, before we get started, you want to tell who the other members of Yard of Blondes are?
So, in Yard of Blondes, we have Fanny. She plays the bass in the band, and she's the founder of the band with me. We also have Burak, who's the guitar player. He's from Turkey. And our drummer is called Forrest, and he's from Northern California. And Fanny and I are both French.
So how did you all get together to form the group Yard of Blondes?
I mean, Fanny and I met in Los Angeles back in 2010. We just arrived for different reasons, and but we met quite randomly, and we had the same dream of, playing music in the City of Angels. So we started forming a band together, and we started at a folky duet, acoustic, and along the way we wanted to get heavier and heavier, so we started recruiting new band members, and now we've been stabilizing the band for the past 3 years now with Forrest and Burak, and we have accomplished our final form, I hope.
You mentioned you started as folk and got heavier and heavier. Why the change to get heavier and heavier?
I guess we didn't exactly plan anything. It was just we started, just the two of us, because it was just the two of us. And so the easiest way to do it at this time was just to grab a guitar, acoustic guitar, and sing together in harmony. And then we wanted to add more and more stuff in our music, and that's how we starting added, distortion and different stuff. So we needed other band members to play live, and eventually it became a real band.
So how would you best describe your music to somebody who's not heard Yard of Blondes?
I think one of the way I like to describe it is we are trying to achieve a good balance, a good mix between the Beatles and Black Sabbath. So we keep the
That's
harmony.
a big spectrum there.
Yeah, but we like the singing in harmony, and we like songs. We like to play our songs on acoustic guitars, just like we did at the beginning of the band. But at the same time, we love producing our songs with heavy riffs, and we love that musical form when we're on stage. We like it better when it's heavy. So we try to mix those two goals and make our own version of rock and roll.
So you guys have released your new album, Feed the Moon.
That's right.
Talk a little bit about this album.
So this album is our first album, our debut album, believe it or not. In 10 years, that's the first album we've done. Before that, we've been doing EPs mostly and singles. And actually, it took us some time because we wanted to do things well, kind of in an old school way, find the right producer, arrange the songs with him. And it took time, and financially too. It took time to really work in an old school way, going to the studio and work with a producer. But in the end, we're very happy. And I think 10 years after Fanny and I started the band, it's it's a milestone for us. And hopefully the next record is not going to be in 10 years.
Well, during that 10 years, did you ever think this would occur, that the album would ever come out?
Well, at some point we got pretty much scared that this would never happen, because first it took so long, and then we had so much struggles because we couldn't find the right lineup. So we have to change different members several times until we found Burak and Forrest. So, and we had a struggle because we didn't have a label or anything to help us, support all the costs. So we were really scared that this record will never happen. And it's really a relief now that it's out finally.
Without a label to help with the cost of the album, did you have to do this all by yourself? Did you do crowdfunding, some type of to raise funds to do this?
Not really. I didn't want to, engage our friends or our family, because at the end of the day, that's what would have happened when you start a band and you ask for money and you don't really have an audience yet or fans. Well, you're asking, your close friends and family to support you, and I didn't want to do that. Maybe it's stupid, I don't know, but so we it took us longer to do it, but we did it with our own funds. And but I think for the future now, we have accomplished something that took us somewhere that we're very proud. And now people are knocking at our door, and I think the next record we won't have to release it ourselves.
I know you're proud of all the songs on the album, but is there one song on that album that really sticks out to you?
I think "Teenage Dream" for me is one of those songs that I think we achieved something. And also it means a lot to me because it's really about, sticking to your dreams when we were a teenager. And I think when you grow up and you're still making music in your 30s, well, you haven't lost, your passion, and it's the same passion we had when we were teenagers and discovered rock and roll in the first place. And a lot of your friends at this age, they have the same passion, and there are a lot of bands formed. But then you grow up, and a lot of your friends, they give up on the guitars and they do more noble things like find a job, like a real job and stuff. But we tried to stick to this dream, and I think this song just means that don't forget what you want it to be in the first place. And if you're able to achieve your dream, try to do it.
For you personally, what kept you motivated to pursue this career?
It's really the passion of songwriting and performing. That's not much more than that. It's just it's at this point it's a need. It's something that I need on a daily basis. Like grab my guitar, write songs, perform them. It's just something that I know, and I'm comfortable to express myself with this tool. And something I won't never give up, whatever happens. If I don't have a career, it's okay. I'll be keeping doing this and playing music at home.
These songs that are on the album Yard of Blind, Feed the Moon, I'm sorry, by Yard of Blinds. How many songs did you write? And did all the songs you write make that album, or were there some you had to cut?
There are a lot that I didn't put on the record because it took 10 years, right, to make this album. So I had two ways, I guess, to do it. Either I was just releasing the newest songs, or I was trying to find all the material we've been writing in those 10 years, and see if we can find a way to make this work together. And I think I took that option. Some of the songs on this record are pretty old, some are newer, but I think we worked really hard with the producer to find our sound while producing those songs. So to me, it's kind of the representation of those 10 years, really, because we really took some songs from different eras of our band and rearranged them in a way that we sound today.
How have you grown as a writer over those 10 years?
I think I learned a lot with the producer, Billy Gradzadei. I think I knew how to write a song, take a guitar, structure like basic stuff like verse, chorus, verse, bridge. And what I learned with Billy is really to arrange and create building up a song, and not give away everything in the first verse or first chorus, but try to make it as a journey. Every song is a journey, and nothing should really repeat as it was before in the song. So we really worked on that, and make sure that every time you're going to listening to the record, you find something new, interesting to listen to. There are a lot of details in the songwriting process that I learned through Billy.
You did a live stream album release party this past weekend. How was that for you compared to doing what we used to do, a album release show, a live show at a venue somewhere?
Well, actually, we got to do both, and that was the great thing, because initially we planned to do the the live stream because we were not sure we would be able to play that week for real. And eventually, we got the things starting to be better in California, and we were able to play also. So it was great to do both. Actually, on the Thursday, the next day after the release, we got to play in Costa Mesa, and it was our first concert in a year and a half. It was amazing. And then on the Saturday, we did the live stream, which was an amazing experience too, because we got to produce it. So we have to think about what we want to do and give to our audience. So we decided to play the whole record. And then we staged it and worked with a director to make sure everything's going to look good. Worked with our producer Billy to make sure everything's going to sound good. And the good thing about this is that a lot of people from different places in the world got to connect and listen to that. And especially our families in France. That was amazing to share that with them too, and our fans that we have abroad too. So I love both experiences.
Which is harder to plan, the video live stream or the actual live show at a venue?
No, the video live stream was.
It's harder to plan?
It's harder because you need to rent the gear, you need to know what gear you need, the lightings and stuff. And since we produced it ourselves, it was really work from scratch, and we never did that before. So we had to find the right platform to do it, and also figure out how it works, how to send the image and sound to the internet. So that was a lot of work, and more than I expected actually. But in the end, everything is fine, and it's something that we can use in the future. And I think in the coming weeks, we're gonna give it to all of our fans and put it on YouTube.
What's coming up next for Yard of Blondes?
I think right now what I'm focused on is touring, because we haven't been able to do so in a year and a half. And I think we got to that point now that we're ready to do. And I'm actually talking with people in Europe right now to tour in France, and hopefully we'll get to tour in the US too very soon. So I guess it's not going to be before next year, but we're making this happen, I hope.
Are you looking for both a US tour and a European tour, or just
Yes,
European?
No, both really. Because I mean, we live here now. I've been living in the US for 10 years, and we're based in Los Angeles. So we really identified as an American band, but also we have roots in Europe, and it's always great to come back and play in France. And would love to play the UK because we have a lot of people there listening to us, and Germany too. So we'll do our best.
If people want to learn more about Yard of Blondes, where can they go?
yardofbones.com is the easiest. And then we got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, every social networks at Yard of Bones.
Vince, I want to thank you very much for taking time out of your day to do this interview. Wishing you and the band much success with the album Feed the Moon.
Thank you, team, for your support, and long life to your show.
Oh, thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thanks.